Hello foodies, pasta lovers, this video is specially for you. Look, if you've not been watching my videos to the end, trust me, you have to watch this one because you don't want to miss out on this recipe. All right, but before we go into this video proper, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell so that you won't miss out on any of our videos. Okay, these are the ingredients I use. I'm going to leave them under the description box. Okay guys, so I made a restaurant standard pasta the other day and I decided to film it. So this is a step-by-step method of how I made my own pasta. Trust me, you don't want to miss any second of this video. So if you want to stop buying pasta from the restaurant and make your own at home, do well to watch this video closely till the end. All right, so I'm going to allow you while you watch how I prep all my ingredients one after the other, and I'm going to see you soon when I begin the cooking proper. Don't go anywhere, trust me, you don't want to miss out on this recipe. See you soon guys. Welcome back lovely. So finally I was done prepping all my ingredients. At this point I was already tired, but the show must go on, so now let's go. First of all, I added some quantity of water, a pinch of salt, and 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, like your groundnut oil, to boil. While I do this when cooking my pasta, it helps my pasta not to stick together. Okay, and I love breaking my pasta. I don't like that one you just put it whole but most people prefer their pasta long, but I love breaking mine. It doesn't give me stress when eating it. Okay, so at this point in time my pasta was soft and ready. Now the first thing I added to a dry pan was 2 tablespoons of butter. Like I said, this is a step-by-step guide of how I made my restaurant standard pasta. All right, while I'm using butter, I want to fry my beef. I didn't parboil it, so I decided to use butter to fry my beef instead of groundnut oil because I love the flavor that comes with using butter for your frying. Don't mind me guys, I don't know, I'm excited making this video because this recipe was so this pasta was so delicious. So I'm happy, and I hope you're going to learn a thing or two about this pasta. Okay, so I had to fry on low heat or medium heat till my beef was brown. Like, you have to fry on low heat so that it's going to get softened. Your beef is not going to be hard. Okay, so at this point my beef was done and ready. I set that aside. Now I I have to fry. I said fry my veggies. All right, I said fry my veggies. So the first thing I added was my onions. I added my onions, my carrots, my green beans, and my green pepper, and I stir fried for just 2 minutes. So the reason why I stir fry these veggies was to bring out the flavor, nothing else. So just like I fried for 2 minutes, so it was not soft. It's just to enhance the flavor that comes with the butter and the onions and every other thing. Now the next thing I did was to fry my plantain. I've already chopped them, as you know, so I chop them into my favorite size. You can chop them into any size you want. All right, so I fried that and I kept it aside. Now into the main deal, guys. Okay, the first thing I did was I added my chopped onions into the oil I used in frying my plantain. I stir fried, I mixed the onions, and then I went with my crayfish. You know, I'm a crayfish lover. It has this flavor I love so much. So I went with my crayfish and I stirred, and I used a sachet of tomato paste. I used junior tomato paste that has a mixture of onion, pepper, I think onion, pepper, and tomato. So I just used just one sachet. All right, it was enough for me since I have some chopped fresh tomatoes. Okay, so I'm going to stir this and immediately go in with my fresh tomatoes and allow everything to fry together. So while frying, I had to stir at intervals to avoid my tomatoes getting burnt. Okay, so at this point I went in with my grounded fresh pepper. I used the atarudo, that's the scotch bonnet pepper. I love my spaghetti spicy. So at this point in time, my tomato is well fried. As you can see, the change in color and texture as well. So I went in with my stock cubes and some salt and a little quantity of water because my pasta is soft already, so I need not add much water. So I just add in a little quantity. I stirred and allow everything to marry together, all the bodies to marry together. As you can see, the oil is settled at the top. That means my tomatoes is well fried. Okay, so I went in with my beef and my fried plantain, give it a quick mix, like a very thorough stir for all the animals to mix inside. So I mix for everything to mix. At this point in time, I could perceive the aroma coming from this stew because we have our butter, we have our crayfish most especially. So I added half of the veggies I already stir fried and mixed together. I had to mix. I love mixing so that everything is going to mix together. So I love stirring. So I had to stir and then went in with my pasta little by little. Well, my pasta was much because I parboiled a full pasta, but it shocked me. It shocked me that it was the thing rise. So I tried. The spoon was not helping, so I had to use turning stick that I used to turn my eba to turn the pasta finally. So, well, finally I had to. My pasta was mixed, and I went in with my other half of my veggies. And I still gave it a thorough stir and I allow everything to settle for 2 to 5 minutes on low heat, please. I did all this on low heat to avoid it getting burnt. So at this point in time, my restaurant standard pasta was ready. Like, I know I made a very, very good pasta because I've tested most of the restaurant pasta and it's not up to this. All right, so guys, we've come to the end of today's episode. Please let me know if you'll be trying this recipe at home. Okay, bye.